lovely Libra. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I have the dice out. We're going to pull the Lenormand Reverie to set the tone. We have the Gilded deck for the read, both uprights and reversals, and then clarifiers with the Rider-Waite Mini. This is for February 22, the rest of the month, going into March. And it is a general reading. So if you want more specific information, you can always check out my info below, as well as my website, twinflames3344.com. I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe, if you want to check that out. In other words, let's get going. I already pre-shuffled, but I'm going to continue to do more. It's been a very emotional reading day today, so I'm kind of interested to see what comes up. And for Libra, February 2022, the rest of the month going into March. Okay, we have the number 4, which is the Emperor, which is Aries, but it's also April, which is also Aries, and then going into Taurus. Stability, home and stability, building. We have Libra here as well, so balance, justice, truth and balance. And we also have Jupiter here. Okay. And Jupiter can have to do with Sagittarius energies, but it has to do with expansion and benevolence. So again, there could be energies between Libra and Aries, so that access we're dealing with today, as well as Sagittarius and Jupiter, or expansion in that sense. And also 4 is about manifesting survival as opposed to dreams. Like 8 is manifesting dreams, 4 is manifesting survival. But it could be going back to the roots to kind of reestablish roots before moving forward as well. So let's see what we have with the Lenormand Reverie. Take a deep breath. I'm getting sweaty right away. For me, that means there's masculine energy coming in. So let's see what's going on with Libra. Set the tone here. The gifts, the home and gifts just came out. So flowers, home, stability, and the 9 of the Hermit, which is also Virgo energy. Libra, February 2022, going into March and spring. It's so great that it's springtime. Okay, Libra. Rest of February 2022. All right, so we have the 38, which is the Queen of Cups, and the bridges that need to be crossed, but they look a little bit worn out, so it might be a little bit delicate. And again, we might have work and cracking the whip, rod and staff type of energy. The 11 of alignment. 38 is written that way, 38/11. So it's very much about cracking the whip and getting these bridges mended, perhaps. Dealing with the snake in the garden, the poison snake and the poison apples. The 7 of the Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles here. The Chariot of infiltration, perhaps. We have the Knight or Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here, and the Queen of Cups. And then we also have the House, which came up, and the flowers. There you go. Okay, so there may be gifts coming in to the house, or perhaps planting flowers for spring, perhaps putting the poisonous stuff, right? The losing your patience, the old bridges, like letting go of all that stuff to make it new in the spring. So there's a lot of transformational energies here with the Queen of Cups, perhaps the Page or the Knight of Cups, and the Pentacles as well. The Knight and Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hermit energy. We have the 4 of the Emperor as well, and the 7 of the Chariot. So perhaps dealing with cars as well, perhaps inspections and things like that. I actually got my car inspected this month. Yeah, so Cancer, Aries, and Virgo specifically, and Libra. So the bottom of the deck too is the compass, which I think Virgo had that too, and I just happened to change my compass today to show the face so you could see which direction was north, which is kind of like this angle from where you're seeing. So we have that. The 42 is the 2 of Cups, of the one-on-one love type of energy, and your true north. And then there's the underlying energy of the Dr. Jackal and kind of Mr. Hyde energy, but it's also the 9 of Pentacles of the sovereign energy, right? So this can be work. It is the Coffin card. This is the dance of inner strength, outer strength, manifesting of dreams. Also can be doctor-patient relationships and finding your true north here. There can also be archaeology stuff regarding that card, and you know, tombs and things like that. Perhaps you're researching that kind of thing. This can be hospitals and getting IVs. This also can be, you know, dealing with a funeral home and embalmment, that kind of stuff as well. And IV came up in my reads yesterday as well. And the Ankh is in his hand too. So anyway, sovereignty, independence, doing the dance between the masculine and the feminine, and the one-to-one relationships here. But again, this is the underlying energies, and there is spiritual union and sovereignty here. Peace. This is maturity and spiritual blooming. Peace. Finding peace. This could be laying someone or something to rest as well, to find your true north. Libra. All right. So I've already pre-shuffled, but I'm going to do a little bit more. Breathe, Libra, it's okay. So again, we have the Emperor, the Hermit, the Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, and Queen of Cups right off the bat. So dealing with family, dealing with the issues behind the you-know-what, and gifts, receiving gifts, sending gifts, planting flowers, making the home nice, getting rid of any toxic stuff in the garden. You know, just kind of cracking your own whip, getting yourself going to do spring cleaning, mend bridges, cross bridges. And one more for Libra, February 2022. I'll do one more. That wasn't a great shuffle. Libra, February 2022 going into March 2022 for Libra. I'm losing my voice a little bit here. Libra, February 2022. All right, first card out for Libra is Peace. I was just getting Ralph Smart. Peace and infinite waters. So the Six of Swords, finding peace, peaceful travels, perhaps traveling at night. That can even be in your mind with the Swords card, but it is for me peace, finding your way away from troubled waters into peace. The challenge for you is the Emperor, which did come up in the header cards as well. He is upright, he is in power. But this is a challenge for you, whether it's your own position as the Emperor or someone else who could be a boss, a father, grandfather, whoever he is to you. Finding peace with the Emperor. The foundation here for you is the Ace of Wands reversed, frustrations, a lack of arousal, a lack of humor, not being able to conceive or conceive of something, feeling frustrated, a lack of inspiration, feeling somebody else's agenda is being pushed on you. That can be sexual abuse as well. Maybe somebody had sexual abuse in their past with a father or uncle type of energy as well, or grandfather even. So that could be coming up and making peace from your past. In the recent past is the Ace of Cups. There's big love, the Holy Grail, perhaps a new self-love that you've never known before, spiritual love. This is beautiful, Libra. What's crowning you here is the Eight of Swords, that imprisonment, anxiety, right, staying inside your head. I mean, it can be someone in prison, but usually it's just someone imprisoning themselves, but it can be both. And finding peace around that, or finding peace in causing someone to go to prison because of their wrongdoing, perhaps that they did on you. Then we have coming up here is the Hermit reversed. And this can be an older person who has dementia or Alzheimer's or losing their mind. It can also be someone who feels like they're losing their mind or over-isolating, perhaps now coming out about what they found. And you see yourself as the King of Cups, which is exactly what came up in Virgo's read. So Virgo and Libra, I might be getting a lot of you who have both Virgo and Libra in your chart, or you're dealing with a Virgo or a Libra that is very close to you, connected in your energy, because they're coming up in your spot here. And there's also water, but the King of Cups is unconditional love. So either you, Libra, with water in your chart, or just unconditionally loving, or you have someone in your energy who's like this. And around her, how others might see you, is the King of Swords. And he's also upright. This is definitely a symbiotic relationship here. You're kind of just sitting next to each other, both kind of within, you know, kind of just appreciating what's going on right now. And the block here for you is the Nine of Pentacles, which is sovereignty, or perhaps someone who's got it all, and maybe someone you're thinking about. And we have your challenge is the Emperor. Your block is the Sovereign here. So that could be a child who's independent, or perhaps someone that you're interested in, or perhaps a partner. At the end here is the Four of Pentacles, perhaps keeping your cards close to your chest, holding on, perhaps being a little Scroogey here. But this isn't an intense Scrooge card in this deck. Some decks it's much more Scroogey. This is about holding on to what you got. Maybe you don't have a lot left. Maybe this is why this is a block, because this one has 9 pentacles and you have 4. Again, this can just be being about practicalities. If you have Virgo in your chart, it's very typical to Virgo. And we have Virgo reversed here. And what is connecting you to what's left hanging in limbo at the end of your read is the Tower reversed. And this can be after a sudden event, an epiphany, a sexual exchange. And when it's reversed, it could be after this all happened, or resisting that, like trying to avoid disaster, avoid sudden changes. And that's coming up for you. And what's hanging in limbo then, that's also Scorpio energy. What's hanging in limbo is detox here. This can be the worst of the addiction too, or codependency, because as you detox, you hit that worst point before you go into the decrescendo, so to speak. So there's a detox here. That's also Capricorn reversed and Scorpio reversed, Virgo reversed, Aries upright here. And I'm going to pull a few extra cards in case I need them at the end, which I end up usually using them. Let's see here. Okay. The bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. Okay, so somebody either is watching a ship sail away. There's Viking ship energy here. There's Asian energy here, as well as Nordic energy here. And it can be someone getting high and munching out on Chinese food, right? It could be shipping and receiving. All that kind of energy comes up with that. Chinese silk trade, trading, right? Imports and exports. So all that kind of stuff can come up, some materials, but there could be British energy there too. Okay. So we have, again, this came up, I think this came up in the underlying energy. I think it was Virgo. If not Leo, I can't remember. The Page of Wands is reversed, which can be frustration, a lack of inspiration, illness, you know, just drained of energy, or all over the place. So either extreme there. And then we have the King of Wands upright. Okay, on top of that, so there could be, again, father and child issues, which came up in Virgo's read. And then we have the Magician reversed, which is, in this deck, you know, he's not a nice guy to begin with. And, you know, it kind of looks evil there. So there's some evil manipulation here, or insecurities that make someone very manipulative. Again, falling on their face, falling from grace, lacking faith, and being present to that Viking ship sailing away. Sailing takes me away to where I'm always. So that's coming up. And the King of Wands kind of looks like he's that person watching that, or he's watching this person watch them leave. But it looks like a father and child type of energy right there. And then there's a big love above that, the Holy Grail. You know, if there's a manipulator there too, it can be, right? The manipulator who's going for the Holy Grail, but not doing it in ways of integrity. There is a peaceful energy in the middle of this read about being practical, holding on, keeping your cards close to your chest, but feeling imprisoned. And there's some anxiety there as well, right? There's peace here, but then there's anxiety here. Or perhaps literally finding peace because somebody else is in prison here. Or you're in prison and somebody else finding peace with that. Or making peace with that. And the people are all upright here. So whatever you're working out, it looks like it's positive for everyone involved, except for perhaps this, which can be a parent who's struggling with dementia or something like that. But it can be also somebody coming out from over-isolating and feeling crazy but perhaps no longer feeling crazy if that's you, because now you're kind of having a happy party in your head. All right, and this could be you coming out, and then the King of Swords finding their independence, whether this is you or somebody else, because this could be two sides of you. This may be how others see you, as more kind of colder and very honest and truthful, and yet you see yourself as this kind of loving, you know, dad kind of energy. And maybe you just have Virgo in your chart. There's some frustration here too, or perhaps after sex glow. That could be it for sure. And because you're Libra, this is why people see you as the King of Swords as well. The Three of Wands upright in the underlying energy, why is that coming up? The Wounded Warrior. It may be that some toxic energy just left your life. This Wounded Warrior, that victim mentality of someone refusing to give up their past wounds. Perhaps a third party or partiers. This could be gossipers, overindulgers, you know, bad influences. Somebody who lacks faith, fell on their face, fell from grace. Right, just fell. Perhaps a third party who fell and couldn't heal from it. And had no control over just watching that ship sail away. But yet there was big love to be had here. And maybe you or somebody else in the past had manipulated the other. And it caused a great fall of the other person, who then spent 9 wands worth of time, you know, trying to get over that, watching that ship sail and having no control over it, that kind of thing. But again, there's also this father and child energy there as well. Perhaps healing of that wound that needs to be healed from the past of the childhood. And then the Ace of Cups. And again, we have Gemini or Virgo here, Aries. We have Aries again here. So Aries is both upright and reversed. Virgo's reversed. And then Scorpio reversed and Capricorn reversed energies, which if they're reversed, it could just mean there's a lot of people with those signs in their chart, but may not be their sun sign. Or it's that negative aspect of those signs. So that Ace of Cups, why is that coming up in the recent past, along with the this Three of Wands being present in the moment? So perhaps ending conflict, or perhaps you lost a game, watching that ship sail after you lost a battle. And this could be Olympics too, if you participated in the Olympics, perhaps somebody who didn't win, but perhaps it was destined, or the fight to be over was destined. And this is Libra energy. And there's some kind of dependency here, or powerlessness here, that perhaps needed to be examined regarding love. And this is suffering in silence and trying to end the nightmare. And these are 2 9s, right? So these represent 2 different people. One who is either overspending money, is dependent on someone else regarding time, money, and effort, or perhaps lost time, money, and effort, a lot of it, suffering in silence, trying to end the nightmare, right? Trying to end the pain, stress, suffering in silence, not sleeping well, because there's big love here. And they couldn't do anything about it. It's that kind of energy. And then the Hermit comes in upright, shedding light on the situation, which is Virgo energy. So we have Libra upright and Virgo upright here. And this could be that Libra was powerless and Virgo was suffering in silence. So the foundation here is the Ace of Wands reversed. And there's that Ace of Cups reversed. So it was, you know, overwhelming. This is being dumped on in the dumps. Right? Push to your emotional limit. Someone pushing your buttons, or you pushing theirs. Purging, crying, sweating it out, perhaps vomiting even. Overworked or not working out. No matter how hard you work, overwhelmed, frustrated, right? So this could be this energy of after the love, after being dumped on, after sex, perhaps. There is an after sex glow here, though. So this could be dumping a load as well with overworking it. Overworking it. the need to work it out, or perhaps someone's not working out. Maybe having this sexual energy or in a sexual exchange with someone's reminding you that you need to work out, or that a situation at work or in a relationship is not working out, or no matter how hard you try, there's just a lot of frustration here. And again, of losing patience, losing the temper, the fallen angel here. Being seen as the bad guy type of energy because of deception. And there's Sagittarius reversed and Cancer reversed here, and feeling like there was no options, or perhaps had a choice of path, but then they couldn't implement it. And now there's just frustration or feeling used. And the central energy is the Six of Swords, of the Knight of Swords, rushing in with the truth, the knight in shining armor, the catapult type of energy. It comes in really fast. On behalf of the King of Wands, or is the King of Wands, about a divide, a split, the need for the truth in order to find peace here, finding peace. Finding peace after having done this, coming in with the truth on behalf of the King of Wands, or the King of Wands telling the truth before this person left, or this could be running to the dock before the ship sailed to try to catch them before they leave because they need clarity on something to find peace. Perhaps they did get there on time. And again, rushing in before the ship leaves to find peace. So I don't know if they did get there on time or not. But this is all, it's really about self-love here. Somebody leaving just in a moment of self-love, or perhaps there is a new love as well. There is love here, and perhaps sexual frustration, or perhaps, like I said, there's an after-sex glow here. And then the challenge is the Emperor, who's sad, grieving, loss, regret, shame and guilt, the past, not letting go, not seeing the good in what they have type of energy. But if it's grief, you know, everyone has the right to grieve. There's some kind of separation, broken heart, right? Or just heart stress as well. This can be bad weather as well, that kind of ruined the garden, right? That the snow messed something up. Maybe you planted something too soon. But this has to do with the Emperor and wanting control over things. And this could be rain and no sun, or needing vacation, or kids who are all over the place destroying, you know, kids or pets destroying things in your yard, or not appreciating the things that you value and feeling heartbroken about this, or just low energy. This could be someone over radiated or getting radiation or chemo type of thing, somebody who's ill. Or perhaps thinking the Emperor, the challenge is the Emperor being in control, thinking back to how out of control things were, right? The heartbreak, the children who are going to do what they want no matter what, perhaps an illness that's out of control, the sadness and grief. The challenge is being the Emperor and being in control, because ultimately we don't have control over anything. And the Eight of Swords, their crowning, is the Page of Wands reverse, which came up with the King of Wands and the underlying energy. Frustrated, again, with no control, uninspired, all over the place, sick. And, you know, that could be a child too, you know, who's all over the place energetically and they can't help it. It's maybe a disability, that kind of thing. And then this is finding peace with that, or finding peace when a child who maybe, you know, just be acting out goes back to the other parent. That can be as well, in order to find peace. Keep your energy clear, or somebody who's pretending not to know so they don't have to deal with it anymore. Just, you know, they can just send the kids back and not deal with it anymore. So feeling imprisoned perhaps by a child, either with special needs or a child who's acting up and being difficult, or the child feels imprisoned because there's no one there to listen to them until they go away. They have to leave to find peace. So why do we have the Hermit coming up for you? Again, this could be imprisonment. of a child or a parent here who's got Alzheimer's or dementia, or just feeling like they're going crazy, coming out or getting out of jail. There's good news here, coming in, leading the way, getting back up on the horse, success, attention, reputation, coming in to this could be someone from a distance. It can be not seeing things eye to eye with someone, okay, like parent and child, but also be good news coming in with someone who's at a distance and feeling imprisoned by that distance of being away from someone. And coming out like about how crazy they've been, not being able to see them. And here's that sovereign energy here. And that could be somebody with Virgo in their chart, or Virgo who's been in distress. And then you see yourself as the King of Cups upright, perhaps reaping the rewards of your efforts, perhaps daydreaming, which you definitely look like you're dreaming in this card. Again, dreaming after a sudden event. Maybe this event already happened and that's what this is the after sex glow that's happening. So you're dreaming about what happened, or dreaming about what you'd like to happen, but resisting it at the same time. So there's definitely Scorpio energy there coming up with the King of Cups. So maybe you have Scorpio in your chart, and then walking away and within, perhaps from a situation or something you put a lot of emotion into, saying adios perhaps to codependency, addictions, or temptation here with the ball and chain. Scorpio reversed and Capricorn upright, and then the King of Swords. You may not be able to trust them, or is he a PI or a lawyer who's getting information for you? This could be someone, you could have hired a PI to collect information, or a researcher, or a lawyer, again, to get the dirt on the other person. That could be as well, especially if you're breaking a contract or breaking up a marriage. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So you could be breaking away from this relationship. Maybe she's earth energy with Aquarius in her chart here in a significant way. Or are you getting information on your dream girl, which can be an earth sign as well? But there is an imbalance here either way. So if it's your dream girl, there's some stuff that needs to happen to make it better. Or if it's the person you're getting dirt on in a divorce, it's because there's inequity there that you need to settle out. So again, this could be how others see you, or this could literally be a lawyer or a PI that you've hired, and you actually are very happy with any information they've given you. And then the block here is the Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess. That can be Pisces, Virgo, or Aquarius energy. She can be the psychic High Priestess type of spiritual person, but she can also be a very religious person. There's also Viking energy in this here. So it just depends on your situation who this Nine of Pentacles is. But someone who's very independent, who's got everything they need. This could be a sister of theirs or of yours. And then there could be some jealousy or envy here. Jealousy, moodiness, insincerity about their happiness for them. And again, so if you're not going through a divorce, this could be a sibling who's going through a divorce. That could be as well. And so here we have that High Priestess with the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups, which is coming up as the way you see yourself. And you've got your back turned towards this one over here. So there could be some jealousy here, or insincerity, rejection between the two of you here. And that's coming up as, this High Priestess is coming up as the Sovereign here. So it looks like an earth sign, which if I said it's Pisces, Virgo, or Aquarius, so it could definitely be a Virgo there. And there may be some jealousy or rejection issues between this person and you. Or again, the King of Cups could be Pisces energy. And then there's another Knight of Cups who's jealous and is keeping you guys apart. So then we end up at the Four of Pentacles, keeping your cards close to your chest, or just being moderate, holding on to what you got. And it may be imprisoning, especially if you're hoarding or being Scroogey there. It's an imprisoning energy. And standing up for oneself without being defensive is the trick here. To the King of Pentacles reversed, who may be all about the money, right? He could be a heartless kind of guy with this card. It can also just be someone who's normally this, who takes care of everybody else, who's ungrounded or lost money, status, or independence recently. But the need is coming up for you to stand up to this person, or stand up for the reasons why you spent money that now is a problem. And then we have the injustice of this loss of money. And the Queen of Cups upright, who's sending love. So we have Libra reversed here. So she could have Libra in her chart, or this is you showing a negative aspect of yourself in being Scroogey here and standing up for why you were not being offering of your time, money, or effort. And then we have the Tower reversed there again, reversed. So after sudden event, epiphany, or sex, right? Because that Tower can be, you know, blowing your top, blowing your crown, your cover, your mind. So it can be mind-blowing sex as well. So that can be also avoiding disaster. Avoiding disaster by perhaps detoxing or going into rehab. The Tower reversed. So again, the fight, the war, the inner war that becomes the outer war. Taking down the field. There's nothing wrong with standing in your truth, but if you do it without love, it's very hurtful. And that can, you know, create some karma around it as well. Nobody can fault you for speaking your truth as long as you do it with love. That's the issue. This guy's smiling as he's taken down and hurt others, or perhaps he's just standing in his truth. Maybe he's happy with that, because if they don't like his truth, then they can walk away and he doesn't have a problem with that. But this card doesn't reference love. It's about the war. So if there was more love expressed, there wouldn't be the war. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the juggling, somebody defending their juggling, and if they don't like it, they can go away. The Act, or maybe wants to perform and be an actor perhaps. This is about the daily grind and defending why they kept going and going and going and repeating cycles. Resisting sudden changes, resisting disaster, perhaps worrying that disaster would happen, and hoarding, being the Scrooge, because that's that fear of, you know, homelessness type of energy. And this is about hanging out or left hung out to dry, perhaps left hanging in limbo, trying to see new perspectives, being stubborn, resistant, without the balls to move forward and move on. This could be someone blocking someone's efforts to see new perspectives, right? Keep coming in with negative energies over here. And that could be Taurus-y energies as well, but we also have Capricorn or Pisces there upright. And then we have Scorpio reversed here and Capricorn reversed here. And the Devil reversed. Again, detoxing. This is dumping a load, which can be that devilish energy, dumping burdens, dumping responsibilities, confessing, again, going into rehab, taking a load off, taking away all those burdens and going into rehab. It doesn't have to be rehab. It can just be detoxing on your own. Some kind of codependency. Confession. Now that the worst is over, about the bliss. So there is a big ending here with the worst, because those are the two swords energy. Swords and wands are the difficult energies. And they're both reversed, which means those cycles are way overdue to be done, and they're done. That's that detox there. But the other two tens, you know, they're good ones, the Cups and the Pentacles. So the worst is over here. And that what's coming up next for you here, let's see what else is coming up, is perhaps rest. Maybe the detox is just taking a rest or vacation to focus on your heart. Maybe you're having some heart stress, or connecting in 5D. That might be a twin flame connection there. But just detoxing, to rest, take a break, to meditate, to pray, to lay something to rest. And again, hold your tongue or lashing out. Which is it? This could be a delivery that was expected, but not getting the delivery, not coming. Trying to end the nightmare, end the stress, and the sleepless nights, and how to do that. Regarding a deception, or just being up all night, up before dawn. Again, this is trying to sleep and focus on the heart, but this is not allowing the sleep. This is because this is like deception, trying to end the nightmare, wanting to say something but not saying, and are lashing out. There's a lot of suffering and silence there, and trying to figure out how to end it, trying to end the deception, or getting up really early. And then what? Getting up really early before dawn, found a way out. So this was really struggling here, right? Not speaking your truth about a deception, and then finding a way out, perhaps to the King of Cups, which can be you or someone else. Finding a way out of the chains regarding the King of Pentacles reversed, which isn't a good place to be. So he's either just ungrounded, having a bad day, or he's lost significant time, money, and energy, or he's a jerk and all he cares about is that stuff. He doesn't really care about people. So how are we dealing with that? Right? Who keeps juggling and juggling and juggling and not focusing on anything else. All he cares about is the work thing or the daily routine. Waiting for his ship to come in. And then we have the lie, the split, the divide, the need for the truth. And taking down the field, right? Being very harsh. If they don't like it, if they get hurt, that's their problem. It's showing truth and needing to win at all costs without showing any compassion or love. And then yet here's the Page of Cups, the innocent, vulnerable message of love, the puppy love. And perhaps someone taking everyone down and someone still willing to offer them love. So let's clarify that. The Four of Swords after detox or on the warpath there. Focusing on the heart, heartbreak, separation, disappointment. And then we have the World coming full circle. Pisces, divine feminine energy. This can be the neighborhood as well. Someone authentic, completely naked to the world, marching to the beat of their own drum. This could be matching DNA as well. Connecting in the 5D with a twin, right? Moving, visiting, ending a marriage, ending a big party, right? The party's over. The party's over, right? That could be instability in general as well, of the Page of Swords reversed and the King of Swords. So that could be an end of a relationship there, as the World comes full circle. And that can reference the world because of the virus and everything like that. Also can just be a divorce. It can be, these can be lawyers for two different people. Coming full circle. And then the Knight of Swords. Out in the cold. Illness, injury, or just feeling left behind. Or perhaps just having a cold. It can be something as simple as that. We have the Knight of Wands too. Again, falling off the horse. This is the player falling short. Right? It can be the player feeling like they got played by the Knight of Wands reversed. This can also be someone who had good intentions coming in but ran out of energy, fell short, or they're paralyzed by their own passions and they don't know how to move forward. Suffering in silence. Wanting to call the Empress here perhaps, or call them out perhaps. But why do we have the Moon reversed? Grounding, integrating, and mastering the receiving of love or some kind of gift, but not recognizing it as a gift. Because being too Scroogey, holding on out of fear of loss or homelessness type of energy. And finding peace with oneself. Learning how to be happy with oneself. You know, coming out of boredom. Everyone being forced to stay in their homes. And learning how to be happy with oneself with very little. Maybe there's a lesson that needed to be learned right there. And then finding a way out to unconditional love or to the King of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community of abundance or wealth. Finding a way out of perhaps a very wealthy family business combination here because they want the emotion, the unconditional love as opposed to just wealth and fortune. Perhaps another job to do or some kind of new research to do. But maybe this is also someone who may be finding a way out to the King of Cups for unconditional love, to bring this energy and this energy together for some kind of new business where lovers are working together, or two birds of a feather who there's a lot of affection because they really get each other. They're really on the same page. So finding a way out. And then we have the King of Pentacles here, reversed. And again, there's that father-son or father-child type of relationship issue there. And it looks like But in order to bring this affection here or this lover into the business or the family, there needs to be a lot of passion and inspiration or creativity brought from the family here of emotions. 10 of Cups, a happy ending. That the family has to be on board kind of energy. The King of Pentacles reversed, not expressing their true feelings, in a heated exchange, delays in communications and travel, right? A lot of petty arguments here, trying to be strong and tame the beast. And then juggling, a lie or a divide, a split, trying to keep their eye on the prize with a death, a transformation, an ending, dark night of the soul, Scorpio, and a falling out in the past or a bad childhood. This could be the past returning as well as difficult kids. And then we have the Emperor again. This may be a bad childhood with the Emperor here. Scorpio and Aries perhaps. And just juggling, keeping their eye on the prize. With it in a split. And this could be, maybe the Emperor is your father, grandfather, uncle, or maybe it's your father-in-law, and this is the person you're splitting from, is the Queen of Wands reversed. And that's why it's so difficult. Maybe you have a connection through work with the father-in-law as well. And then we have the Queen of Wands is reversed, so she's either sick and tired, or pissed off, and this is, you know, really immature communication here. So she could be the one who's at war with you. And then we have the Page of Cups, which is a message of love and passion in return from a place of a happy family or happy ending, or your emotional fulfillment here, offering passion, growth, and creativity after being stuck with a family ending here, a block or blocked by the family, and needing to make an announcement here, or making an announcement here of a breakup, a breakdown, a breakthrough here, making the announcement to the Empress here, or about the Empress and the manipulation or the lack of tools here, the vulnerability of being insecure in a marriage or divorce, and then an offer of a payoff, perhaps, of time, money, and effort. It's kind of restitution, like this could be child support or, you know, marital support, anything like that. There could be some kind of payoff here regarding the past, or some kind of restitution regarding a rejection, vulnerability, perhaps the loss of a child. But it's like willing to offer time, money, and effort to look at the past rejection and, you know, get to the heart of it, right? No longer seeing the illusions or all of the good stuff, but knowing what you want and letting go of the rest, dumping emotional attachments, things that don't serve you anymore, in order to rise above or awaken and come out. And we definitely leave on the Page of Cups. So this is about offering love here, getting past the fight. This could be a fight with somebody else, the Queen of Wands here, and perhaps a father or a boss after a falling out, and then needing to make repairs with somebody else by offering a message of love. So let's see what the Romance Angels has for you. So again, you have Gemini and Virgo reversed, Aries reversed in the underlying energies. You have Aries here, the Emperor. You have Scorpio reversed and Capricorn reversed, Virgo reversed. And what else came up? Cancer reversed, Pisces or Capricorn reversed. And then a message of love at the end. So that could be puppy love. That could be a child being loving after a big war or fight here. It's like a fight to the death there. It's kind of like that War of the Roses energy. So it's not just a relationship energy. There could be childhood wounds that needed to come out in this breakup, whether it had to do with your partner or perhaps your parent or their parent. There's some wounding that was definitely getting cleared here during the breakup. And a lack of faith in oneself, perhaps, and worthiness, feeling imprisoned, too obsessed or with fears of losing a home and not having a place to live. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world for Libra. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And attraction, which is the first card that Virgo had. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And to flirt. Okay. The bottom of the deck is wedding, that the situation involved marriage, and to release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So that sounds pretty clear. So it sounds like you're healing family issues and going through a breakup, but also there's something new that you would like to start. So to keep your energy light and to move forward in that energy. So it is really a beautiful energy, but it does look like it's been a lot to get through. But you seem very happy within your own energy. Definitely may be a connection, internal connection there, or just learning how to be really happy with yourself. That card always reminds me of my son, because he can, I always catch him just, smiling, and no one has any idea what he's thinking, but he's just chuckling and laughing there by himself. And I love that he's always been able to do that. All right, so from the energy deck for Libra, the hostilities. Okay, so there's that father-son energy that was coming up. 26 is that Page of Wands reverse that came up in the read. And then with the King of Wands, so perfect. So the King of Wands and the Page of Wands, and that came up in 2 reads today. There's some kind of father-child energy where the child has hostilities. The King of Wands is pretending like, what did I do? I just manipulated, but I didn't do anything wrong. I was just busy. I didn't have time for you. It's kind of like that energy. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. What did I do? Except flirting. Maybe you were maybe a father who was, having extramarital affairs, or never had time for you, always had the excuse that he was at work, or maybe they were abusive, and this is a child who's, now rebelling or expressing those energies. And then we have the broken heart of the 45 of grieving the loss, and the man holding the heart, trying to heal his wounds. And then speaking his truth with the Knight of Cups, which is really beautiful in the end. And we have the Page of Cups energy there too, with getting your wish. Speaking your truth and getting your wish. So it really turns around here, the door to romance. The door to romance, but then there's envy here too. So be careful about that. That was coming up in Leo's energy too. And that could be that Empress energy of envy. Can be the Queen of Wands reversed here as well. Where was she? I'm not sure where she is now. She might be in here somewhere. But yeah, that could be this Queen of Wands reversed who's envious, or the Empress, because she came up in Leo's read as well. The bottom of the deck is blossoming abundance with the 3 and the Empress. And that has to do with abundance. And then the Garden and the Gate, there may be a child with anxiety issues at the home or the union here. And learning how not to be in this energy of anxiety, worrying about homelessness or the fear of going outside the home. Allowing themselves to blossom and be abundant. Becoming the mother type energy here. So it's kind of like the mother-child energy is this conflict here, right? The child with anxiety issues and the mother of abundance. And then here is the father and son issues, right? The father saying, I never had time for you, and the son who's upset about that. Or the father who was abusive, right? Or manipulative. And the mother just had all the control here with the blossoming abundance. And then the daughter with issues. So there's these parent-child issues coming up, and the broken heart, and all these wounds that are coming up to be healed. I actually want to pull one more card for you. I'll do the Shaman deck here again. Shaman Dreams. But you and Virgo have the exact same card here in the way you see yourselves. And you could have Virgo in your chart here. All right, so for Libra, one last card. The perfect storm. Looks pretty perfect here. The courage to step into life. So it's the courage to get past those wounds that you never addressed and step into life. The 44 of grounding, integrating, and mastering of love, and how to receive love is first by learning to love yourself. The eye of the needle, intentionality. So your intention is everything. Follow your intentions of your dreams coming true, of healing. And then the 40 of mindful in a group. There could be a think tank here of coming together with others to think about what you'd like to do. That's the Page of Cups of a message of love, puppy love, perhaps a child as well. That's a beautiful card. I don't think I've seen that one yet. And then the Sky Bridge, so the bridges, which came up as the first card in your read up here. So the bridges, the sky bridge, the possibility for union, the 47 of heaven in your eyes, seeing synchronicities and dreams coming true, the perfect storm to step into your life of learning how to love yourself first, in the eye of the needle, remember your intentions, everything, so your dreams and healing can come true. Perhaps going into a think tank with friends to see what beautiful things can be dreamed up with the Page of Cups and that innocent love. And then crossing that bridge, when you get to it, there's a possibility for union here. And again, dreams coming true. You have the 17 and the 47, which are both about your dreams coming true. In the perfect storm, perhaps in a think tank here. It's really beautiful. Okay, Libra. I'd like to invite you to drink plenty of water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature, now that springtime coming, and rise and be love, and breathe.